Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. I thought I'd do a drive around the city video today. It's the 27th of January, a couple days after the New Year. This morning I looked at the news. The coronavirus has spread again. I think they had another 756 cases confirmed in the last 24 hours, and now there's 80 deaths from the coronavirus. You might think my voice is a little bit different today. That's probably because I'm wearing a face mask. Yes, Gweilo 60 for the first time in China is wearing a face mask. This trip down Ho Chi Minh is the first time I've ever seen so few people on Ho Chi Minh. Like, seriously, this is a happening place, and usually there's hundreds if not thousands of people, even at the holiday season where people have left the city and whatever. It's always bustling with lots and lots of people. Today, not so much. Another thing about this coronavirus, they figured out that you don't have to be sick, like showing symptoms of the virus, to be contagious, which sort of sucks, because if you think about it, now think this one out. The coronavirus was first discovered on December the 8th when a bunch of pneumonia cases in Wuhan came to light. All right, so the incubation period, I say, is 14 days. So if you can spread this virus, and you don't have to be showing signs of being sick, like with most common cold or the SARS or MERS, well, that means that pretty well basically from November the 24th, I guess, somebody was walking around China spreading this virus. And that's if, as I say, if the December 8th catch on the pneumonia in Wuhan was the first case of the coronavirus in that area, which I doubt it was. So chances are this virus has been cruising around China at least since October of last year, unchecked. Yeah, so how many cases are actually out there? Nobody knows. There's thousands and thousands of people that are under observation. There's thousands and thousands of people that have, well, I think it's 2,700 and some, or 2,800 of confirmed cases of the novel coronavirus right at this moment. But you have to understand that things are starting to escalate really quickly. In the last 24 hours, there's been 24, so 1 an hour has been diagnosed, or no, 1 an hour, not diagnosed, has died from this coronavirus. That's, in my mind, that's pretty damn serious. Before that, it was like 15 here, 6 there, 3, you know, it started out 3, then it went to 9, then it went to 17, and, you know, so now it's up to like 24 a day. That's a pretty scary situation. So yes, Gweilo 60 is wearing a face mask today. I gotta go do some shopping. We need beer, we need brandy, we need meat and vegetables, we need some more rice, you know, stuff that so we don't have to go outside very much. So we're gonna stock up today, and hopefully the wet market won't be very crowded, so we have less chance of getting it, because 46 confirmed cases of the norovirus, of the novel coronavirus, in Nanning City right now so far. So it's one of those things that it's I was looking at the map on and I'll put a link to this map. It shows all of these coronavirus cases that have been confirmed around the world. And if you look at the viruses in China, it's pretty well spread through the whole country, the entire country, except for way up in Xinjiang province. I think is the only province that doesn't have a confirmed case of the coronavirus. So that's a scary thing. There's been so much talk about this was planned by the United States government. They've attempted to beat down the Chinese by backing the Hong Kong protests, by a trade war, running their warships between China and Taiwan, in the Straits of Taiwan. They've done everything they can to sort of wreck the Chinese economy, and this is just another one of those things that they've thrown at the Chinese, this coronavirus. I have seen on my channel people sending me links to United States patent that shows that they patented the coronavirus here a couple of years ago. I think it was in 2017. Whether this is legitimate stuff or not, I have no idea. But the idea that this coronavirus hit just before the New Year's mass movement of people around the country and around the world, what's that saying? There's no such thing as a coincidence. And I sort of believe that. I don't know whether the United States would stoop so low, but they have been doing things in the past that have been just as bad. So you can't trust a politician, that's for damn sure. You'll notice as I'm driving around that there's very few people. Like, you've got to understand that Nanning has 7 million people in it. The government, the news, everybody is saying, if you don't have to go outside, do not go outside. If you don't have to go shopping, if you got enough food, don't go to the stores. There was rumors that the gas stations are closed down. That's not true. There's a gas station right beside me right now. It's open. So that's just a rumor. A lot of rumors have been floating around this last while. But one of the rumors that is true is restaurants are closed down. A lot of hotels are closed down. KTVs are closed down. Anything that draws a crowd in China is closed down. Businesses, they're just not open. A lot of businesses would already be open at this time of the year because, we're a couple days after New Year's. The soup kitchens would be open. Just a small vendors selling fruit and whatever. But none of that is open now, and it's sort of eerie driving around a city that I know there's so many people, and seeing so few people. It's a little bit scary for sure. Wei Feng and I have discussed, are we going to stay here? And this is a serious discussion because, for one thing, Wei Feng's immune system isn't what it should be because this last while she went through chemotherapy and radiation, and that sort of knocked her immune system out of whack. And we had her at the doctor here just over a month ago before we went down to Malaysia to have her checked out, and her immune system is still compromised. It's not as good as it should be, and this is one of the markers that they say is something that the coronavirus can take advantage of. Just like old people, people with diabetes, people with Parkinson's disease, with heart troubles, and on that list is cancer patients. Yes, so we're not quite sure what we're going to do. We're sort of playing it by ear right now, but she has to be my first priority, and if there's even a little chance that she could run into trouble because of this virus, you know exactly what I'll do. And it's one of those things that it's the only way to deal with it. One of the things that I found very disturbing was the numbers that were thrown out today on the internet from the Chinese government, actually, that stated that before the quarantine in Wuhan, the city of 11 million people, before the quarantine took effect, 5 million people from Wuhan had already left the city. So, you know, to overseas tours, vacationing in the States, whatever, or off to different parts of China for, you know, to visit family and friends and stuff. So the chance of this, and that's probably why the virus has spread so efficiently around all of China. Yes, it's in pretty well every corner of China now. You know, so maybe the quarantine should have been called earlier so that these 5 million people didn't sort of spider out around the country. But hey, hindsight's 20/20 on something like this, and I don't think you can hold the government responsible for it. What we should do now is try to contain it as much as possible. If people out there are sick, stay home. Don't go out and spread it. That 14-day incubation period is a scary one, just for the fact that you can spread the disease, you can spread the virus, even if you're not, even if you have no symptoms, you can spread the virus. So that's still another scary thing about this virus, and that's different than the SARS and MERS, where before you could spread the virus, you had to be sick and showing symptoms of the virus. So I guess there you go, guys. It's another coronavirus. I should make a section on my channel specifically for the coronavirus. It seems to be all I've been talking about over the last little while. The Chinese government last night extended the Lunar New Year holiday, the Chinese New Year holiday, for another 3 days, from January the 30th to February the 2nd. Give people more of a chance to not have to be packed into buses, planes, trains, and whatever. But still, 3 days. I was expecting them to extend it for a couple of weeks. Why they didn't, I don't know. But they did extend it a little bit, and it's always open for more extensions if the government deems it necessary. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. But the idea that the holiday's over on the 30th, like it was supposed to be, now it's going on to February 2nd now. Is the end of the Chinese New Year celebration because of the coronavirus. Yes, things like this, it's different. See, these guys don't care. They don't have a mask. Not a worry in the world. This street is usually just hopping with people. The odd business is open, but very odd business. Man, I've never seen the likes of this. There's just nobody around. Except for this guy. The propane guy's still got to be working. People need their gas to cook. Wow. What a crazy world this China is this year. My God. There's just nobody around. There's nobody. That'll be the time they get run over by a car. The one car or two cars on the road. Oh my. Yeah. Look at Ho-Ji-Lu. It's just there's nobody here. See, in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, this would be a lot of people. In Nanning, China, this is like nobody. Like seriously, there's nobody here. And that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button, and thanks for watching. We do have a couple of good videos coming up here. One of them's a rooftop barbecue with a bunch of friends. Yeah, lots of fun there, and a lot of drinking. And then another one is an outside free supper at a village right beside Nanhu Lake. Mayron, a friend of ours, invited us to this restaurant that they put on every year the Lunar New Year, they put on a free supper for the villagers that own the buildings that he rents to do his business out of, his restaurant out of. So we're sitting there eating a hot pot and barbecue, and so that's going to be another good video. Also, I've got one sort of contradicting the Chinese, the foreign criminals in China video that Serpent ZA did, because I think he's wrong on that one. And another one, I've been getting bashed on YouTube by some smaller YouTube channels trying to get more subscribers, I guess. So I got a video coming out talking about that. Should be a good one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye now. Oh, never forget, put a couple bucks on the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. It's for poor rural Chinese children, to give them a helping hand. A couple bucks won't hurt. There's links in the description, and there's links in the cards that come up, usually at 2 minutes and 8 minutes on every video that I do. So take a couple bucks out of your pocket, put it on the Patreon account, and feel good about yourself because you helped some children. Thanks for watching. Bye now.